From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. It's picked up and all the way home for a Broncos score. Touchdown, Broncos. Well, how's that for an early storyline? Some people are asking the ushers where their seat is, and boom, we've got a score on the board, a fumble return on the opening kickoff.
And this is where all the tailgating groups are looking at each other saying, maybe we need to get to the stadium just a little bit earlier next time.
But man, those bratwursts, they're good, Charles. They're good. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And not much happening on the return. Is
get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
The 22 more yards there, and another 1st down.
Now Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Now a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Inside give to Dickerson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They go play fake. Mahomes.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by John A. Barron. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 30-yard line.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
30-yard line, 2nd and 12. To throw, here's Nix.
And the short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
And the Broncos first down.
Here's Nix.
Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
Well, these two teams are met up in Denver earlier this season with the Broncos winning that one. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. Nix going to give to Harvey.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
This defense for the Chiefs, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On 3rd down, Harvey.
Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Nix to the air.
And this one is incomplete.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well. And we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. Going to give it up the middle. Here's Dickerson. They'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs at 5-4 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Got a man over the middle, Wildy.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's another.
Hey, 43, 40.
First and 10.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that would
off the mark. Behind him, incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Setting up the screen to Dickerson.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now here's Mahomes.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he
is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
R.J. Harvey with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower to those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
At the 42-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so wisely just gets rid of it.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and get the first down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Mahomes going to throw.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
They'll set up a throw. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Mahomes will do it himself. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Rashee Rice with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. To throw is Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Up the middle, it's Harvey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. First down, here's Mitchell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On the draw, here's Mitchell. Fights loose. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Broncos first down.
Here's a toss right side to Mitchell. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Off the play fake, Nix. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Mitchell will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Second and 10.
At the 24-yard line.
Back to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A couple quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
This time they stay on the ground. A nice little juke. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. First down there on a pickup of 25.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's second and 10. Back to the air with Nix. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now it's Nix. He'll try and do this himself.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down. And the lead now 11, 24-13. Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away.
And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Mahomes will do it himself. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Yellow!
Dickerson on the handoff. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Broncos' 37-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line.
At the 17-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point.
Chiefs 21.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. On play action, here's Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Broncos, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 69 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Again, it's Harvey. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And they work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
On the give, it's Harvey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
And the Broncos, first down. First and goal, Denver.
Almost set. Ready. Motion, motion.
Toss to Harvey, running right. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing Nix. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And not a good time for the sack on second and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's third down. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. Setting up a screen for Harvey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. R.J. Harvey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. On his loop for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Here's the score. Broncos 31, Chiefs 41.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Mahomes. He'll get this complete. The ball comes out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right. And as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things can really get rough.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for KC. And even 40 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 27th. They're going to look to throw. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Attack! Attack! Fire down these two! Fire down these two! Right side!
Back to throw again.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well in time there, and now 4th down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
And this one is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 65 yards. And the Broncos are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, you don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this one's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Well, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Harvey now on 1st and 10.
It's a room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
R.J. Harvey with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 14 now on the year. And the Broncos have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all the way out just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now he's going to step up and run. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second and goal. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on second and goal. Mahomes to throw once more. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Touchdown! 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
45, Chiefs 31.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Once more with Harvey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They'll go play action with Nix. That one caught. It's Horton. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, here's Mitchell. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And all the way home for the Broncos score. A big play there. With his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Broncos tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Mahomes will do it himself. Open man right side is Rice.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Mahomes going to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Now here's Mahomes. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
And Xavier Worthy
With his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's